Brokenness is not for the faint of heart, or for those who weary easily. For brokenness sees weakness and storm. She sees sorrow and pain. Brokenness. It's the disdain of tyrants, and it's the wonder of kings. Her mystery has eluded the intellectual and empowered the noble of heart. From her very bosom flow the power and compassion to change the world. But she is as rigid and unforgiving as she is genteel and hopeful. Her wisdom instructs the hungry of heart, but her law defies the most persistent of religious antics. She is as stubborn as she is giving, demanding as she is predictable. Brokenness. She is essential as she is eternal. She is born in the womb of divine passion and gives birth to reckless abandonment to God's will. This is one of my favorite books. It is called Tales of Brokenness. And if there's one thing I have discovered over the years, is that success, true success, only comes through brokenness. For it is through our brokenness that his presence flows. It is because of brokenness that we learn to say yes, no matter what. Well, we're going to go to a segment now where I talk a little bit more about brokenness. Let's watch. You know, I wrote a book about a topic that not too many people want to read about. It's a book that not too many want to talk about or study because the concept is the concept of brokenness. And the book is called Tales of Brokenness. Now, most believers, me included, I'll let you decide if you're included in this or not. As much as we love the Lord and as much as we want to serve the Lord, brokenness is a scary thing. And it causes us to want to run from our destiny. It causes us to at least hesitate from stepping in to the call of God in our lives. When God calls us, he simply wants us to take that step forward. And until brokenness happens, we are often more concerned about what is going to happen as a result of that. Personally, especially if we're wrong, especially if it's a mistake. So we preserve ourselves rather than take that risk to be broken if the thing we decide to do turns out to be wrong. I made a vow, and I know we're not supposed to make vows. At least that's what the old school says. But I said to the Lord, you know what, Lord? I want you to flow completely, freely in my life. And I want you to help me because every time I feel you nudging me or urging me, I want to move and I want to respond to it. This morning, as I was coming into the Destiny Image building here to prepare for these videos, I was running through our bookstore downstairs and there was a man standing there. As soon as I saw him, the Holy Spirit welled up inside of me and I knew I was supposed to pray for him. Well, he looked at me and smiled and said, "Good morning, Pastor Don." And I didn't know who he was, but went over and talked to him and turned around and wished him a good day and started walking away. I got to the stairwell and I said, "Lord, I told you I was going to respond to you." And I turned around, walked back and said, "Hey, can I pray for you?" Put my hand on his chest and began to pray for him. And both hands clutched my hand. And before I could get a word out of my mouth, the Holy Spirit was ministering to him. I was so embarrassed walking up the steps and I said, "Lord, you know what? I almost said no. I almost didn't do it." Now, there are times whenever I haven't done it. And those are the times when I didn't want to risk my reputation, whatever that is. And I didn't want to risk being made a fool. But that particular time this morning, Tales of Brokenness, a book that's going to help you understand the processes that God puts you through every day so that his presence can flow through you so that your life can water the earth. Tales of Brokenness. It's available right now on our website. It's available at the website on the screen, at the toll-free number. Call right now and order Tales of Brokenness. It's a book you need to read. And as always, every Destiny Image book is available at your favorite online website. It's also available at better bookstores everywhere.